I should say this with this on. The headset is blinking red again, so it may cut out at some point during class, or we may be fine again. Hard to say. All right, announcements. Wednesday Cycle with Des starts tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Couch to 5K registration is open. Oh no. Well, starts 4:12, 8 a.m. And no more 30-minute blast following active on Friday. I think that's it. Okay, how is everybody? Okay? Any injuries? Anything I should know about? Fabulous. All right. Okay. Well, we'll get underway then, because it's time. So, you can go ahead and remain seated, or you can lie down on your back. And you can close your eyes if you would. And just take a little breath in. And then give a slightly more powerful exhalation so that you feel your body kind of sink back into the floor. And then let's do a couple cleansing breaths, nice big cleansing breaths. Inhale and blow it out. And inhale again and blow it out. Now let your breathing just go back to its normal pace. Allow it to begin to slow down. And take a moment to just check in. Notice your breathing. Notice its pace, its nature, its qualities. Notice if it's relaxed and steady, if it's a little quick, little jumpy. Check in as well with how your body's doing as you inhale. Notice any points of tightness or tension. As you exhale and your body releases, watch for those spaces that maybe don't do that quite as quickly. Allow your breath just to move naturally and check in with how you're feeling tonight. Are you tired? Are you pretty peaceful? Energized? Up or down? Happy or blue? Introspective? Grateful? It's different every day, but it's important to notice all of these things, not so that we can fix them, but so that each of us can arrange our practice tonight to work with who and where we are today. So as you lie there, just breathing, let's begin to bring all of ourselves, mind, body, and being, into this space and into this time for our practice of yoga. Let your mind go. Let it just kind of go free. And let whatever, if anything, that you or I or anybody has buried down there over the course of the day, have an opportunity to kind of bubble up. And as it does, if something does occur to you, it might be an image, a feeling, a memory, anything. But if something does bubble up, acknowledge it. And then gently, but with intention, let it go. Release it. I want you to work on doing that now and throughout our class tonight. Every time something pops up into your mind and catches your attention, acknowledge it and let it go. It's not going to disappear, but it may separate from you, and that's what we're looking for just a little while. As you continue to do that, when you're ready, you can begin that 3-part breath cycle that grounds everything in yoga. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Allow your nose to open. Let that air flow down into you, filling your lungs, feeling your chest expand. And when you can't take any more air in, just for a split second, be perfectly still. Turn the breath and exhale, moving all of that air up and out of you. Pause again just for a split second, and then inhale once more. Slow, deep inhalations, slow, steady exhalations, one after the other, connected by those moments of stillness and quietness. And as you continue to breathe, feel the process of breathing become more and more prominent. Let yourself kind of mentally sink into the breath cycle, maybe following a rhythm that you sense, maybe not. Hopefully you begin to feel a little more grounded, a little more present. Inhaling, exhaling, and inhaling again. This is your time and your space. As you continue to breathe, when you're ready, go ahead and bring your mind to focus on your breath. You can imagine your mind following the breath in and out of you, or you can just attach your mind to your breathing and stay with it. Remembering that not if, but when a sound penetrates from the filter pipe pumps or upstairs, or a thought about something you forgot to do today or what you're going to have for dinner, any of those things interrupt and pull your mind away from your breathing, it's okay. Just acknowledge what's going on and bring your mind back to focus on your breathing. Slow, deep inhalations, slow, steady exhalations. Feeling yourself ground and become more here. And then you can soften your focus on your breath a little bit. Just let your body take over. It'll stay in this same basic pattern. without thinking about it and without opening your eyes, if your body wants to move, let it move. May not want anything, but there may be some movement that you want or your body needs before we begin to practice tonight. And if that's the case, that's really important to pay attention to and honor, because it will take care of some of the little stuff and allow your practice to be that much more fulfilling and deep. So let it guide you. And if it doesn't want you to move at all, then pay attention to that too. That's great. As you're moving, letting your body move you, if it wishes to, take a second and think of one thing that you would like from this practice for yourself tonight. Maybe it's just some time. Some time. Maybe it's an experience of being able to feel and understand yourself fully inside your body as well as in your mind and your spirit or being. Sometimes it helps us achieve that if we recognize that we want it before we start. And then, when you're done, or when you're at a stopping point, you can roll yourselves over and come on up onto hands and knees. We're going to cat and cow. Just bring that spine along for the ride. Hoping it's not completely stiff. So knees bent, feet in line with your knees in line with your hips. Base of your palms right underneath your shoulders, a nice upward sloping line up the spine to the crown of your head. Go ahead and find your breath and inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead into cat pose. Rounding that spine, tucking the tailbone under, pressing back through the lower back a little bit, chin to your chest. When you're ready to inhale, go the other way. Keep the arms open and long. Let the front of your body release down as your sit bones roll up and back. Bring your gaze forward and up. Exhale and back to cat. Now use your breath cycle to determine how fast or slow you go back and forth. And remember that we're thinking about the spine in this case. So as you exhale into cat, maybe notice openings between the vertebrae. As you inhale into cow, feel that stretch up the meridian line in the front of your body. And as you're moving back and forth, just notice what's going on. Notice where maybe there's a little bit of a hitch or a little tenderness. Make sure those elbows are not locked. Use your breath to go back and forth. And do one more pair, and then return to table, to neutral. Great. Okay. Next, we're going to go to child's pose. Child's pose. So take a nice deep inhalation, and as you exhale, sit those sit bones, tailbone right back down toward the heels, and as you exhale, release yourself forward. Bring your forehead down toward the floor or on the mat. You have a choice here. You can keep your arms next to your head and shoulders with your elbows bent. You can bring them back along the sides of your body with your fingertips reaching toward your feet. Or you can bring them out in front of your head if you want a nice opening through the underarms, the very top of the chest. Find your breath again and breathe. Keep your breath moving. If your arms are extended in either direction, bring them back next to your head or right underneath your shoulders with your elbows bent. And as you inhale, go ahead and draw yourself back up. And just sit back onto your heels. If this is too much on your knees, sit on a block. Okay? Go ahead and place your hands right on your quadriceps. Your eyes can be open or closed. And as you inhale, just go ahead and lift those shoulders way up toward the ears. And as you exhale, roll them back and down. Draw them in toward each other just a little bit, and then let the shoulder blades sink in and down in your back. Stay there for a moment and breathe. Good. Okay. We're going to go to downward dog next, just so you know. So, as you take your next inhalation, go ahead and begin to move forward. Exhale as you come into table pose. Curl your toes under behind you. Take a nice deep inhalation again, and as you exhale, press back, lengthening through those arms, bringing those sit bones back when they can't go any further. Inhale as the hips come up. Roll over onto the soles of your feet. Exhale, lengthen the arms again. Let the heels release down toward the floor. Perfect. Really good. Now, if you have super tight hamstrings or Achilles, feel free to bring one heel up off the mat and push the other heel down. Don't bounce back and forth. Do it slowly, one at a time. And as you take that one heel down to the mat, lengthen back through your arms, let your chest and your head hang between your arms, and then switch. All right, one more stretch back into downward dog, both heels releasing down. Good. Inhale, bring your head forward. Walk your feet forward. Good. Fingertips on the floor. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale. And as you inhale, take your fingertips off the floor and just spinal roll all the way up. Coming all the way up to standing. Okay. Nice to have the head up finally. Here we go. We're going to do a pike position, and we're going to go back to downward dog and do three-legged dog on both sides. So, I would say you might want to step back on your mat a little bit. All right, come into mountain pose. Feet can be hip width apart. Big toes can be together, heels slightly apart, whatever makes you feel most solid. Spread those toes out. Knees are soft but open. Tailbones tucked under. Nice and long through the body. Roll the shoulders up and over and down. Let them go down again. Crown of the head is up. There we go. Now if your feet are close together, go ahead and step out until your feet are right underneath your hips. Take a nice deep inhalation, and as you exhale, you're going to soften your knees. You're going to hinge forward at the hips, and you're just going to bring your hands down along the front of your shins. And as you inhale, you're going to stretch up through the glutes a little bit. Exhale, lengthen forward through the back. Going to stay here for another breath cycle. As you inhale next, release your hands and begin to walk them out in front of you. You can step back if you want to. And press the head and chest back and down between the arms again. Heels release to the floor. Good. Breathe. Shift your weight into that right side of your body a little bit, but keep the left hand pressuring down. As you inhale, lengthen that left foot back. Draw the leg up, coming up into three-legged dog. We'll just do a couple breaths here. As you exhale, bring that foot back down. Press back and down into downward dog again. Good. Shift the weight so that you're bearing down a little bit more on the left side of your body along with the right hand. And whenever you come to your next inhalation, stretch that right foot back. Bring the leg up. Okay, and when you come to your next exhalation, bring that leg down. Good. Inhale and roll forward over those toes. And bring yourself down. Uncurl the toes for just a second there. Well done. All right. Next thing, a high lunge. And then we're going to go up to a standing leg raise out into Warrior 3, which I'm not sure we've ever done before, so we'll take it slow. All right. Gently bring your left foot forward and go ahead and curl the toes under on your right foot. Find your balance and find your breath. As you inhale, we're going to press up and press back onto the ball of that right foot. Now you can stay right here with your hands right on top of your knees if you want to, or you can inhale and bring those arms up. Forward and up, yeah. Great. Breathe. Okay. Now, go ahead and exhale, bring that hand down. Roll over the toes on the right foot, bring that knee down. Step your left leg back and your right foot forward. There we go. Good. Curl the toes under on your left foot. Here we go again. As you inhale, press up and back into that rear leg, coming into a lunge. You can bring yourself up right onto that knee. It's also a bit of a balancing pose. You can stay right here, or you can bring your arms up, totally up to you. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, one more inhalation. And as you exhale, bring your hands down. Lengthen that right leg back. Let the left heel go down to the mat. Good. Then soften that left knee. Bring your left foot forward. Exhale into full forward fold. And slowly as you inhale, bring yourself all the way back. All right. I want everybody to find one side of these columns, the straight part of the columns. I just want you to have a place to touch for balance sake. And let's see, let's bring your right hand onto the wall. You can take it off whenever you feel like you're balancing well, but this is going to be a three-part posture sequence. So we're going to start with a raised leg lift like this, balancing, and then we're going to go back and into warrior 3. And then what are we doing? Then you're going to come down into a half split. Okay? Yeah? The one where your hands are down and the rear leg is all the way up. Yep. Okay. So you decide whether you want to have a hand on or not. Alrighty, here we go. On your next inhalation, go ahead and lift that left knee, soft flex to the foot, spread the toes, and then you decide whether you want to balance or keep a finger or a palm on that wall. Breathe. Find your breath. Make sure that that right knee is not locking. Okay, here we go. Inhale, and as you exhale, take that left leg, drive it back as you tip forward. You can bring both arms out in front of you. One arm, doesn't matter. If you're good at this and you're good at balancing, then 2 arms out is great. Okay, inhale again, and as you exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Let that hand or hands go down to the floor. Gently see whether that left leg will go up any further. Breathe. Okay, one more inhalation. And as you exhale, bring that left leg down. Soften your knees. And spinal roll up. Okay. Roll the shoulders a little bit. And then either turn around or go to the other side of that block and we'll do the other side, right? Okay. You have your left hand on the wall there. Shift your weight into that left leg. And on your next inhalation, bring that right knee up, flex the foot, toes are wide. Breathe. Check that left knee, make sure that there's a little tiny bit of give to it, that it's not locked up completely. As you inhale, it's counterintuitive, but if you think about yourself lengthening from the hips all the way up through the top of your head, your balance actually becomes better. Alrighty, inhale when you're ready, and as you come to your exhalation, drive that leg back, come forward. You can bring your arms out in front of you, one arm, or you can keep one arm on the wall and bring one arm forward. Breathe. Okay, inhale, and as you exhale, hands come down. Right leg goes up further if it can. Don't worry if it can't. When you come to your next exhalation, bring that right foot down, soften your knees, hands off the floor, and slowly spinal roll back up. Well done. All right. Everybody feel that? Yeah, okay. Good. Okay, we're going to do, what are we doing next? We're going to do a pike pose to powerful pose or chair, and then we'll keep working our way down through. Okay, so back in mountain pose. You modify as you need to here. Okay, take a nice deep inhalation. And as you exhale, soften your knees a little bit, bring your hands down, Bring them just above the knee, and then keep your body shifting until it's parallel, your upper body is parallel to the floor. Push in against the upper legs a little bit with your hands. Breathe. Good. All right. On your next inhalation, release your hands and bring your arms out in front of you. Hinge yourself up and sit back. Coming into chair, a powerful pose. Good job. Nice. Okay, one more inhalation. And as you exhale, we're going to tip forward, bringing your hands down to the floor. You're going to step that left foot forward, and you're going to step back with the right, coming into a low lunge. That left knee is right in line with your ankle, not in front of it. Good. Rear leg, toes are curled under, heel is pulling toward the wall behind you. Excellent. All right. On your next inhalation, push yourself forward, bring that right foot forward. Exhale, step the left foot back. And come into a low lunge on the other side. Very good. Good, good, good. Breathe. Okay. Make sure that your hands are solidly in place. And as you inhale, push back and bring that rear foot back. Come into plank pose. That made no sense. Bring your right foot back. Exhale and chaturanga all the way down to your mat. Good. Nice. All right. Gently bring your elbows so that they're right next to your chest. Bring your palms down on the mat or the floor. Coming into pyramid pose. So or sphinx pose. Dig your fingertips in a little bit. Pull back through your hands and your arms so you feel your ribs lengthen a little bit in your neck. Gaze comes up a little bit. Just your ribs are off the mat. Breathe forward. And as you exhale, let the lower half of your body kind of just release into the floor. But keep that lengthening through the upper body by pulling back through the fingers and the arms and the hands. Breathe. Okay. Great. Okay. Here we go. We're going to actually stay here. Relax your hands. Bring your hands back right next to your chest. Elbows tucked right into your sides. Inhale when you're ready. And as you exhale, come up onto your knees. Curl your toes under. Lengthen back through those arms. Reposition as you need to. We're going back to downward dog for a second. Hips come up and over. Exhale as you press your head and chest backwards in between your arms. Breathe. Check your knees, make sure they're not locked. Your elbows are not locked, but you're lengthening all the way through those lines. Okay. On your next inhalation, you're going to shift and bring your head and your body weight forward. Anchor yourself with your hands and step your right foot forward. Turn and root into the left foot. Your right knee is bent. Inhale and come all the way up. Rotate toward the back of the room. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height. We're going into triangle. Okay, breathe. Find your breath. As you inhale next, stretch straight out toward the right. As you exhale, tip, lengthening up through the left and then down through the right. You can hold on to your leg, your ankle, your foot, whatever works best for you. Breathe. Good. Keep your breath moving. And then on your next inhalation, as though someone were lifting you up by that left hand, tip yourself up. Release your hands down. Turn your feet forward. Okay, now we do the other side. Inhale, come up onto the heel of that left foot. Turn it out. Rotate into the right foot. Inhale up to shoulder height. Okay, next inhalation, reach straight out over the left. Don't lock your knees. As you exhale, tip, lengthening up through the right, down to the left, where there's a hand on your leg, hand on the mat, it does not matter. Breathe. All right. One more breath cycle. And then as you inhale, hinge yourself back up. Go ahead and bring your arms down. Bring your feet and heels in and go ahead and step out. Good. All right. Let's see here. Let's do a standing side bend. So come with your feet together. Okay. Tuck that tailbone under. Nice and long. So we're looking for hips, shoulders stacked in line with the hips, head right down the center. Good. We're going to inhale and bring the arms up into temple pose. We're going to bring our shoulders away from our ears. Inhale again, lengthening up, and as you exhale, go ahead and tip toward the left. Let your hips flow out to the right. There we go. Nice. Breathe. Make sure that you're stretching, but you're not stretching so much that you can't breathe. Inhale back up. Exhale, half moon to the right. Let the hips float out to the left. Keep breathing. Inhale back up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Okay, we're going to do a couple sun breaths just to kind of work some of the tension out of that back a little bit here. So come into mountain pose. There we go. All right, we're going to inhale up to shoulder height. Exhale into namaste, into prayer position. Inhale all the way up, following those thumbs with your gaze. Stretch all the way up through. Exhale as you swan dive down. Inhale as you circle the sun back up. Palms turning up at your shoulders as you reach all the way up, and exhale down. And let's do it again. Inhale up to shoulder height. Exhale into namaste. Inhale all the way up. Energy going right up through the arms, out the fingertips. Exhale as we swan dive. Open up as we circle the sun back up. Palms turning up. All right. Exhale down. Good. Take a second. Move around. Everybody doing okay? Good. All right. Great. What we're going to do next is we're going to do proud warrior and a reverse warrior. So, yeah, turn this way. And bring your feet out a good Good 3 feet or more. All right. Inhale and come up onto the heel of your left foot. Turn those toes out. Settle the weight into the ball of your foot. Turn and root into your right foot. Good. Inhale up to shoulder height. And as you exhale, remember we're going to bend that left knee, but your weight's going to go down in between your legs. You're not bending out over that left leg. You're coming right down in the center. Hips are squared forward. Beautiful. Okay, breathe. See if you can go a little further into that lunge. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Okay. On your next inhalation, go ahead and lengthen that left leg. Don't lock the knee though. Let your arms come down. Turn your feet forward. Good. Inhale, come up onto the heel of your right foot. Turn those toes out. Turn and root into the left foot. Hips and everything above it straight back as much as is comfortable. Okay. Inhale up to shoulder height. Exhale, bend that right knee no further than your ankle. Squidge your toes and your foot out if it's going too far. Body weight coming down in between the legs. Yes. Great. Good. Breathe. You can look out over that right arm if you want. Okay. Take a nice deep inhalation, and as you exhale, lengthen the right leg. Let your arms come down. Don't step out yet, because what we're going to do is you're going to step your left foot forward a little bit, and you're going to turn so that you're facing that right leg. Okay. Take a nice deep inhalation, and as you exhale, bend that right knee. Inhale, bring those arms all the way up. Bring your gaze up. And as you exhale, bring your left hand down in back of you against your left hamstring. And then bring that right arm back a tiny bit, as much as your back will take it. A little lower back bend there. Breathe. Keep that right knee bent. Good. Inhale. Bring that left arm straight up to shoulder height. Bring your right arm down. And go ahead and step out. Okay. Excellent. Same thing other side. So, you're going to step your right foot forward. Turn and root in the left. Inhale. Do the other side. I think maybe I reversed incorrectly, but yeah, okay. There you go. Perfect. Exhale, come into that lunge. Good. Inhale, bring those arms up. Gaze goes up. As you come to your next exhalation, bring that left arm down behind you. And arc back a little bit. Watch your lower back. If it hurts at all, don't do it. Keep that right knee bent. Bring both arms down and go ahead and step out. Well done. All right. Come on down to the floor. We're going to go back down into child's pose with our arms out in front, and then we're going to do butterfly, and then we're going to do happy baby, and then we'll be done. All right, so find your breath. As you exhale, bring those sit bones back down towards your heels. Come forward with the arms. Let your chest and your head release down toward the mat or to the mat. And breathe. As you exhale, think about just softening the glutes. Good. Keep breathing. Okay, on your next inhalation, go ahead and bring your head up and your body up. And we're going to come over and onto our backs. And we're going to come all the way down. Knees are bent. Bring your legs together. Take a nice deep inhalation, and as you exhale, let your knees fall open. Bring the soles of your feet together. You have a choice here. Your arms can be wherever they want to be. You can bend your elbows and bring your hands to the sides of your gut. You can have your arms angled downward out, straight out from shoulders, or you can even stretch them up over your head if you want to, whatever feels best to you. Breathe. As you exhale, it's not about pulling your knees down toward the floor, it's about softening and relaxing the inner thigh and the groin muscles. Couple more breaths. Okay, on your next inhalation, go ahead, bring your knees down.